Sumits Yoga family. My name is Joni. I'm an instructor here at Sumits Hot Yoga KC, located in Olathe, Kansas. And I am thrilled to be bringing you our 60-minute Sculpt class this morning. If you haven't taken Sculpt before, Sculpt is a mixture of cardio and weights, both with dumbbells and using body weight, as well as yoga flows. So within 60 minutes, you are getting some great work for your heart, great work for your muscles, and also flowing everything out and stretching and feeling really good. Lots of movement in this class, lots of breath work in this class. So I'm really glad that you decided to join me. Just to give you a little preview of the format, for our Sculpt class today, we'll be doing a Tabata format. Now, if you haven't done Tabata before, typically, Tabata is 8 blocks of work. Okay? Today we're going to do 7 blocks because we also want to fit in 3 of our Sumits flows as well and still get everything done in about 60 minutes. So the way that Tabata is formatted, there's 7 blocks of work for our Sculpt class today. Within each block, there are 2 moves. We'll call those move A and move B. So let's take block number 1. You'll alternate move A and move B. Move A and move B. We'll do that 8 times. Okay, so a total of 4 times for each move. Now here's the most important part. You're going to work as hard as you can, for 20 seconds on move A. Then you have a 10-second break. As hard as you can for move B, and then a 10-second break. And we continue with that format until we've reached a total of 8 sets, and then we're done with block number 1. You'll have about a 45-second break, and then I'll preview for you your next 2 moves, and move on to block number 2. Okay? After every 2 blocks, we'll do a yoga flow. We'll finish with our 7th block and then move right into our cool down, okay? So I think that's about it for us today. Just watch the preview before each move. Make sure you're listening to those cues, thinking about which muscles that you're going to use each time. That's really important because for all of these moves, you can phone them in or you can really think about the muscles that you're using and work really hard as you can for every 20 seconds. Okay? We're also going to start the class with just a very easy flow to warm up, to stretch out, to get us ready for our class today. Okay? So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You will need some weights for this class. I've grabbed myself 3 different sets of weights. I have a light, medium, and heavy, but you can certainly get by with the whole class with just a set of medium weights. That's just fine. But I will cue you if I'm changing my weights. If you've got varied sets of weights at home, you can take advantage of that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cue up our music. We're going to start with a flow, like I said, and we're going to use some big, deep breaths to get started in our practice today. Breathing is so important when you're doing your yoga, so be big in your breaths, big in your exhales and your inhales, and let's just have a good time today, okay? Here we go. Take an inhale, bring those arms all the way up overhead, and as you exhale, a full count of 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Now as you inhale, bring those arms all the way up, reaching for those fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. As you inhale, pull up with your chest, bring those arms down your back, and then exhale, forward fold. Keep holding on to those hands, let your head drop below your heart. Pause here for a moment, stretch out through the chest. Now as you inhale, sweep up into your chair pose. Dropping into the hips, powering up those legs, draw the core in, reaching for those fingertips. Keep your chest lifted. Breathe. Take one more big breath in. And as you exhale, take a forward fold. Now as you inhale, step into your plank. Let's hold here. Bring those wrists right in. The shoulders tighten up, the core press back with the heels, tighten up through those legs. Now take your right foot, step into the outside of that right hand. Hold here, pulse it out, opening up through that right hip, feeling that stretch in that hip flexor on that left leg. Now let's bring that left foot forward, coming into our garland pose. Bring the elbows inside the knees, hands to the heart. Breathing deeply here, opening up through the legs. Now your hands come down on the mat. Take that right leg and step it back. Feel that stretch this time through that left hip. Start to wake up your body. Now step back into plank and move right into your downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, start to pedal out your heels, lifting up those sit bones, reaching those shoulders down your back, let your head drop, hold here. right foot, step forward to the inside of that right hand. Round down your back foot to 45 degrees, take a warrior one. Pushing firmly into the outer edge of your back foot. A little tap through the pelvis, lifting up those arms. And then open up into that strong warrior two. Spine is straight and strong. Draw that back bone into the sternum, keeping the spine straight. Relax those shoulders down your back. Now let's straighten out that front knee. Bring your forearm up and over your head. And then come back into that warrior two. Now straighten out your front leg, point both toes toward that side wall, and take a forward fold. As you start to walk your hands to the back of your mat, bend your back knee, straighten your front leg, and dig into that front heel, stretching through the inside of your right leg. Start to walk your hands forward, framing that front foot, drop your back knee, get a stretch to that hip flexor on the back leg. Now both hands drop to the ground, take that downward facing dog, and then let's take our flow. Inhale into plank, exhale chaturanga, elbows right beside you. You can drop your knees, uncurl your toes, open your chest, back you go, downward facing dog. Now lifting up the left leg, bend the knee, flex the foot, open up to that hip. Stepping all the way through, inhale, warrior one. As you exhale, open up into that strong warrior two. Again, try to get that backbone and sternum to touch. And then that front knee toward that outside big toe. Straighten the front leg, lift up your front arm, big breath in. And then back to warrior two. As you straighten your front knee, both toes point to the side, take a forward fold. Start to walk toward the back of your mat. Straightening out that front leg, bending the back one, feeling that stretch to the inner leg. Now start to walk your hands forward. Feel that stretch to that hip flexor, right to that right leg, dropping that back knee, pressing forward with that right hip, almost done with our work, with our flow. Nice job. Now place your hands to the front of your mat, step back into your downward facing dog. Let's take our last flow. Inhale forward into plank. Remember you can drop your knees, fingertips pointing forward, those index fingers pointing forward. Come down into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And then come back into your downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward, chin to chest, rise up slowly, roll those shoulders back, and you are done with your flow. Okay, I'm going to pause the music here so we can get started with our first set of moves, okay? Once we get started, we don't stop. 20 seconds working as hard as you can, 10-second break, and we go on from there. Okay, so our first set of moves, I'm going to preview for you. All right, the first one here, we're going to take a set of dumbbells. I'm going to go a little light on this one to start because we're doing lateral raises, side raises. Now, a lot of these moves today are going to combine the legs and the arms. If you just want to do the legs or you just want to do the arms, those are always your option, okay? So the first move, we're going to start with a sumo squat. So the toes are pointing outward, wider than hip distance. Weights are facing each other. We start to bend the knees. Draw the knees outward toward those pinky toes, okay? Nice wide stance. Now, as you come up, you're going to bring the weights out to shoulder height and then come back down again. Come up, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Remember, power through the legs and really use those muscles right at the top of the shoulders, okay? That's our first move. Second move is a chest move. You may not have done this one before. If you can go a little heavier, we're only using one weight. So if you have a heavier weight, I would suggest that. You're going to start with your elbows right at your side. Fingers are spread wide. You're pressing into the weight. As you bring the weight out, squeeze into that weight. It's very important here to keep your arms as straight as possible. It's only when you straighten them out that you're really going to feel that squeeze through the chest. Keep the core tight. That's going to protect your lower back. Okay, so out and in. Squeezing firmly with those palms inward. That squeeze and that straightening of the arms is going to make you feel it in your chest, okay? So we are going to get started. The music is going to cue you right through the counts. So listen with the music. It's going to count you down, and let's begin. Oh, one more thing. I have a quote for you. Okay, I always do quotes in my classes, so here's our quote for today to help you get through this workout. Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Hard is what makes it great. So keep that in mind. The hard is what makes it great today. So the harder you can work, the greater you're going to feel. Just keep thinking about that finish line. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now we're starting from here. All right. So I'm going to grab my lighter weights. Okay, you can use mediums as well. Nice wide stance. Toes pointing out. Then come into that sumo squat and lift the arms out to the side. Okay, you ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. Coming down, lift up. Now, you don't have to follow the beat of the music, okay? You can go faster or slower. We are doing a timed workout, which means that you are going to go at your own pace based on your fitness level and how you're feeling today. Okay? Remember to stop those arms right at shoulder level. Right at shoulder level. Come down as far as you can. Okay, we are done with our first 20 seconds. Let's move on to our second move. Okay, second move, we're going to grab a heavier weight if we have it. Elbows right by your side, 90 degrees. Feet are hip distance apart, strong through the core. Don't rush this one. Squeeze and straighten. Squeeze, okay? Don't pull this one in. You really got to feel that squeeze. Straighten out your elbows completely, tighten the core. There you go, soft bend in the knees. Keep going. Exhale. Good job. Hey, moving on. You can switch your weights. Open up those legs, sumo squat with a lateral raise. Here we go. Arms facing in. Pushing into your heels every time you come up. I'm going a little faster than the music. You can go at whatever pace feels good to you. Use those shoulders right to shoulder height. Try not to go any higher than shoulder height. It's when you stop the weight at the top that you're really engaging to that muscle. Keep going. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Break. All right. Good job. Let's move on. Chest. Remember, soft bend in the knees.
3, 2, 1.
Tight core. Exhale as you bring it out and squeeze. Good. Keep going. Push inward with that weight. Feel that in your chest. Keep going. Right until he says break. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to increase my weights a little bit on this shoulder one. I think I can go a little higher. You can give that a try. Nice wide stance. Here we go. Weights facing each other. Yeah, that feels good. Engage those shoulders. Push into your heels. Use your breath. Hard as you can for 20 seconds. Keep going. Feel the power and the strength in your body. Get that heart rate up.
3, 2, 1.
Break. Okay. Good job. All right, moving into that chest move again. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Soft bend in the knees. Tighten that core. Always keep your core tight through all these moves, supporting your lower back. Now, if you need to, you can wrap those fingers around your weight as well. You're starting to get fatigued a little bit through the chest.
3, 2, 1.
Good. All right, move back to those shoulders. Okay. So we have shoulders. We have one more set of the chest. Then we move on to block number 2. Here we go. Up. Up. Use your breath. Now you know, if you do yoga, the breath is every bit as important as the movement. So don't forget your breath here. Exhale. Good. Keep it up.
3, 2, 1.
Good. All right. Last time. Working that chest. Okay, get everything you got. Then move on to block number 2. You will have a 45-second break between the work. So work as hard as you can here. I want you to fatigue out those chest muscles. Squeeze into that weight. Squeeze. You should be feeling this in your chest. And last one. Stop. Okay. Let's take that 45-second break. Grab a little water. I'm going to preview for you what your next set of moves is. We got a cardio and a bicep. First one, the cardio. Skater, but we're going to use the arms. Now, here's one option. If you don't want to jump back and forth, okay? If you want to jump, here's another option. Okay, a little hop. You can also bring the arms into it. Reach and pull, reach and pull. Okay, a little higher than the heart here. Yep, there you go. Okay, second one's going to be a bicep move. Underhand grip, underhand. Palms pointing down. Lift up one knee or the other. We're going to start with the right foot on the ground, left knee lifted. You'll lower down the right, left, and then both. Then you'll switch legs. Left, right, and then both. Okay? You can also keep both feet on the ground. Right, let's start with those skaters side to side. Remember your options. You never need to hop, okay? You can pick your level here. Just work as hard as you can, as hard as you can. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Okay, if you are working up here, make sure you're getting those arms higher than your heart and really pulling back, using the muscles in your back to pull. Get the heart rate up, pushing off that outer edge of your foot. Get your heart rate up. Come on, work as hard as you can. 20 seconds, the hardest one makes it great. Keep going. Good. All right, you did it. Going into those biceps. 90 degrees. It never goes any higher than 90 degrees. So let's lift up one leg. Now left down, right down, then both. Up, switch legs. Okay? And up. And both. Now remember, using your balance here, using some core here. Great. Okay. Let's go back into that speed skater side to side. Again, you can use your arms. I'm going to show you low impact here, okay? But if you want to do high impact, keep it up, okay? So low impact, you're going to be here. Okay, you are still working hard in your legs. You're staying down low. Really feeling on the outsides of the legs as you push off. Okay, no hopping required, but make sure you're staying low. Okay, using those arms. Woo, this really gets your heart rate up. Good job. All right, you did it. All right, move into those biceps. Bring those arms up.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now right, left, both up, left, right, both, right, left, both. Keep going. Woo! Keep your balance. Let's do one more. Go. Okay, good. Moving into that speed skater. Your heart rate should be getting up now, okay? Really push off to the outer side of those legs. Right, I'm gonna go back to high impact. Here we go. Pushing off. Come on. Work hard. Find what you got inside. This is your workout, okay? You chose to be here today. Work hard to give everything you got. So you are completely spent by the end of this workout. Woo! Is that breath? Bring in that breath. Okay. Let's go back to those biceps. Here we go. Get yourself positioned, get ready. Tighten the core. Now remember, you don't have to lift up the leg. You can stay both feet on the ground. Down, down, and both. Okay? Keep both feet on the ground. You can keep one knee lifted. Whatever you want today. This is your workout. I'm just showing you another option.
3, 2, 1,
Good. Feel those biceps engaged. And let's go back to those speed skaters. Here we go. One more speed skater, one more bicep, and then we take our flow. Flow number one. Here we go. Pull, pull. Use those arms. You got this. Come on. Woo. Your heart is thanking you right now.
3, 2, 1,
Right biceps one more time. Now, if you don't like that underhand grip, feel free to do the typical bicep curl grip with palms facing up, okay? You're still going to be working those biceps. There you go. Squeezing those biceps. Again, thinking about the muscles that you're using to work today, okay? Think about those muscles. What are you working? Think up that core as well. Do one more. Stop. Okay. Whew. Okay, we're going to take a little breather here. Then we move into flow number one. This is a flow we do in Sumits Yoga. If you're new to Sumits Yoga, just follow my cues. If you've been here before, you will be very familiar with this. So, as long as you do left, right hand foot, you can follow along. Alrighty. When you're ready to get yourself into your downward facing dog, we've got a very uplifting song for you. This song always makes me feel like dancing every time I hear it. So, hopefully you'll feel the same. Gonna take a little more water here. Okay, ready? Let's move into our downward facing dog. We're gonna start with the right leg. Let's lift up the right leg. Bend the knee, flex the foot, open up that hip, feel that stretch. Whoop. Gaze forward, and then take your flow. Now you can skip these flows all together. You can do them on your knees or your toes. And then back to down dog. Lift up that left leg, bend the knee, flex the foot, open up that hip. Now step on through. Inhale, warrior one. As you exhale, opening up into that strong warrior two. Flip your palm and reach. Inhale and up, big stretch, reverse to warrior. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, back to warrior two, flip your palms, gaze behind you. Left arm on the left leg, lift up that right arm. As you lower that left hand down, reach over with that right arm, press into your back leg, stretch. Now let's bring that right hand down. Come on the ball of the back foot, and lift up that left arm. Wrap it behind your back, keep that back leg strong. Take an inhale, reach up. As you exhale, humble that warrior, head below the heart, drop down. Now that left hand goes inside the left foot, round down your back heel, inhale up with the right arm. Exhale it behind your back. You have the option to bind. Opening up the chest, strong to the legs. As you release your bind, hands to heart center. Again, hugging the hips, squeeze between those legs, inhale. As you exhale, take your twist, you can drop your back knee, of course. Now open up your arms. Bring those hands back to heart center. Gaze forward, bring your hands down to your mat, and take your flow. Lifting up, opening the chest, roll those shoulders back, press into the tops of your feet, and then back you go, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Let's drop our knees down. And we're going to move on to our third block of work. Okay? Third block of work, we are going to do a plank with a row and a tricep. So we're working our core, our legs, our back, and our triceps. Okay? Anytime we're doing plank, you can always drop your knees. Not a big deal. Okay? So do what you need to do, especially if you have lower back pain. I always suggest that you drop your knees. Okay, and then our next move is going to be a leg move. Okay, so you're going to plant one of your legs. So here we're going to plant our left leg. You'll bring the right leg forward, right leg back. Right leg forward, right leg back. Make sure you're taking a wide stance. Big steps. You want to try to get the knee lined up over that front ankle. Keep that muscular engagement through the legs. Get the arms involved to your squat. We're going to do that. And then we'll go right back into that plank where we're taking a row and a tricep. Now, when you take that plank with a row and a tricep kick back, I want you to think about this, very important. When you come back, the row, I'm going to show you here. You bring it back to the row, so you're using your muscles in your back. But then the movement comes just between the elbow and the wrist. Okay? Just between the elbow and wrist. Please make sure you're not flicking your wrist like this. Okay? No movement in the wrist. Coming back and forward. Back, okay? So it'll be a row, back, and then down, row, okay? Good job. We're gonna alternate between hands. So first we'll do the right arm, then we'll do the left, so all within 1 second, just alternating right and left. Here we go. And we're gonna start with that. If you don't wanna be on plank in your knees, you don't wanna even be down on the floor, you can always do a row and kick back. I would suggest in this case you do both arms if you can. Here we go. All right. Okay, good. Let's get down onto the mat. I'm going to use my 8-pound weights here.
5, 4, 3.
Okay, so remember, you're going to row, kick back, and then come back down. I recommend that you keep your feet a little wider than hip distance because we're trying to keep our hips still here. Think about the muscles that you're using. Strong for the legs, the core, the back, the triceps. Good job. Keep going.
3, 2, 1.
Good. Okay, let's go into those forward and back lunges. We're going to do all with the right leg, so plant the left leg first. Come to the middle of your mat. Use the arms. Here we go. Pushing off. Feel the strength in your legs. Try not to come up all the way in between, so you're maintaining that contraction in the legs. The core tight, use the arms. Get your heart rate up a little bit here.
3, 2, 1.
Good, good. Let's move into those triceps. Back. Into your plank. Then you can go on your knees if you wish. Now roll it back, tricep, and then down. Try to make sure that your hips and your shoulders are in one even line. Use your back, use your triceps. Back, triceps.
2,
Start here. Forward and back. Forward and back. Get your feet up a little bit if you can. But always be mindful of your knees. Don't go too fast. It means you're going to affect the alignment of your knees with your ankles.
3, 2, 1.
Good. Okay. After you go down onto the mat, grab your waist. I'm using medium weight. You can choose what works best for you. Now, if you want to be on your knees here, you certainly can. Pull back, triceps. Tighten up your core here. Press back with your feet so you're engaging through your legs as well. Strong all through the body. From your shoulders down to your heels.
3, 2, 1.
Here's your last one. Okay, good. Right, we're gonna plant this time the left leg, right leg moving forward and back. Here we go, got this.
3,
2, 1. Here we go. And guess what? After this, we're gonna work some core, and we do some deadlifts. So, something about that. We're already working core in our plank, of course, but we'll work a different part of the core, the obliques, in our next block.
3, 2, 1.
Good. Okay, so remember, you had your left foot planted, okay? We'll do our last time next time, but first let's do these rows. Here we go. Remember, feet a little wider than hip distance. Row, tricep. Row, triceps. Core is so tight. It's like your belly button is touching your spine right now. Draw it in all the way.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, good. Hopefully you're working up a little sweat. Let's plant that right foot this time. Left foot goes forward and back. Those arms involved. The harder the makes it great. And your legs might feel like they're burning right now. That's good. You're getting stronger, right? I read a big poster on the wall at the gym one time. It said pain is just weakness leaving the body, okay? Think about that. So that muscular pain that is working so hard, that is just weakness leaving your body, okay? Oh, that was it. Okay, here's our break. Okay, I'm gonna show you our next set of moves. We're gonna do an oblique move first. So, you'll be in a modified side plank. You'll have your top arm over your head. Then you'll bring in your knee to touch, extend, bring it in, extend, okay? You can use without weight. You can also do side crunches, okay? So that's an option for you. Right, second move is gonna be deadlift with an upright row. If you have heavier weights, you might want to think about using them here. Feet hip distance, come into a deadlift. As you come up, row, elbows lead, okay? Hands come no higher than the chest. We're working our shoulders, okay? In that deadlift, we're working the back of our legs, what they call the posterior chain. Okay, so let's go into those modified side plank. Make sure you've got your right arm lined up under your right shoulder. I think I'm gonna lighten my weights actually for this one. Here we go. Okay, bring it in and out. Now, if you want to challenge yourself more, try not to tap your toe down. Okay? Exhale as you bring it in. Inhale as you stretch. Work those obliques. Stretch. Inhale and exhale.
3, 2, 1. Break.
Okay, remember, you were on your right hand. Okay, we'll switch sides next time. Let's take those heavier weights. Okay, feet are back a distance apart. Slight bend in the knees. Like you're looking over a cliff. Bend down when you come up. Lift up into an upright row. Okay, use the backs of your legs to bring you back up to standing. Coming down, really press into those feet. Use those hamstrings, use those glutes to draw you back up to standing. And then take that shoulder move. Good. Okay, that was fast. Okay, after you go. Remember you're on your left hand this time. Modified side plank. Start with a big stretch here. Bring it in and out. Now you can tap down your foot like that. Okay? Remember, you can also just do side crunches. As long as you're working those obliques here, you make this move your own. You can drop the weight as well, and just do this without a weight. Inhale and exhale. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and move back into those deadlifts with upright rows. You got this. Feet is in the heart. Bring up that chest. So it's like you're looking over a cliff. Make sure you don't drop your head here. Okay? Good. Okay, let's go back to those deadlifts. We're only gonna have one more of those little oblique things on the other side. Okay?
2, 1,
Here we go.
go.
Deadlift, use the back, lift up. Take back to the legs, lifting up. Think about the muscles you're using. Good. Good job. Keep it up, work hard. Again, you don't have to go to the beat of the music. You can speed this up if you want, but make sure you're really working those muscles.
3, 2,
I'm gonna do one more. Okay, other side. This is our last time for obliques. Take out your left hand on the ground. Modified side plank. Whoop, here we go. In and out. Good. How hard can you work here? Wiggling down that waistline. Feel that stretch as you reach to the toes and the hands. And bring everything with an exhale. Work hard here. Good. All right, you got that. All right, just got one more. Here's the deadlift with the upright row. Whew.
3, 2,
Here we go. Deadlift. Upright row. Deadlift. Pull up the backs of your legs. Think about your muscles. Core is tight. Yes. Good. Keep it up. The heart is what makes it great, remember? Oh, and we're all done with that block, and that means we're moving on to flow number 2 after this, okay? Flow number 2, we slow things down. We got a lot of core strengthening in flow number 2. Do some more obliques in there. Slow it down in flow 2. Okay, take your time. Really feel the energy in your body, feel your breath. Flow number 2 is a chance to sort of get your heart rate back, okay? So just breathe. The next song is Alive and Kicking. Always feeling like when we do our workouts here, we do yoga, anything that we're doing to move our bodies, we are celebrating our bodies, right? We're celebrating that we are alive, we're kicking, we are breathing. Okay, so think about this as a celebration of movement. We work out because we love our bodies, right? We work out because we love our bodies. Okay, keep that in mind. And let's go. Come into your downward facing dog. We're going to start with the right leg. Let's take an inhale up with that right leg. Now this time we're pointing the toes. The leg is straight. Now step all the way through to the top of your mat. Open up into a warrior 2. Pause here for a second. Feel the strength. Feel powerful. Feel mighty. Now straighten out that front knee. Point both toes toward the side. Arms out like airplane wings. Come into a long, slow forward fold. Now grab onto the outsides of your feet, your toes, wherever you can reach. Just pause here and breathe. Let your head drop. Now come into airplane wings with a strong core. Rise up. Adjust your front foot so toes point forward. Come into your warrior 2. Do you feel how strong your body is? Feel those arms, those legs. Now let's start with the arms down. We're going to take a side plank. We're going to have that right hand down, so we're facing the left side. You can drop your bottom knee, you can lift up your arms and legs. Take a moment to get your balance, then find your pose. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now roll over into plank. You have the option to do 5 yoga push-ups. These are tricep push-ups. Use your toes. Once you're done with your push-ups, then move into your flow. Knees or toes. Make sure you're uncurling those toes when you take that up dog and over. Now let's lift up the left leg. Point the toe, leg is straight. Step all the way to the top of your mat. Cartwheel your arms open. Back the arms, that warrior 2. Make sure that front knee is pointing toward that pinky toe, feeling strong. Let's straighten out that front knee. Point both toes toward that side wall. This time, hands come behind the back. Open the chest as you inhale. Bring your heart good to your chest. As you exhale, keep the grip on your hands. Slowly come into that forward fold. Let your head drop. Stretch out to the chest, the shoulders. Now, as you come up halfway, come into airplane arms. Flatten your back. Very important. Flat back. So you should be tightening your core here. Bring the hands into heart center. Okay? Now you're going to drop your right hand to the mat below your face. Lift up that left arm, face up. As you exhale, wrap it behind your back. Inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, back to airplane wings. Readjust, tight core, hands to your heart. Now left hand down, right arm up. Bring it behind your back. it up. Back to airplane wings. Hands under hips. Rise up. Back you go into warrior two. Now curl your arms down onto your mat. Take your side plank. This time the left hand is down, facing the right side. Open up any way you choose. You can drop your bottom knee. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring both hands down into your mat. Come into your plank pose. Putting either on your knees or toes. Let's lower down together. Ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncurl your toes, up dog or cobra, and then move into your downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Pedal out your heels, take a couple breaths, and then drop down to your knees. I'm going to preview for you our next set of work. I'm building up a sweat. I hope you guys are too. Feeling good so far? You feeling good? Okay, you are about halfway through your workout. So let's move on to our next set of moves. Our next set of moves, we're going to do a chest move. This one's a little different also than what you may have seen before. Normally when we do a chest press, and I'm going to face backwards here so you can see. Normally with a chest press, we typically have the palms facing away from us, and we're lifting up like this. We usually have the elbows straight out from the shoulders. This one's a little different. We're going to turn the palms in. The elbows are going to be at 45 degrees from the shoulders, so not up here, 45 degrees. Palms facing in. Okay, knees are bent about hip width apart. Now as you lift up, you're going to bring the ends of the weights together. Squeeze, and then come back down to 45 degrees. Come up, squeeze, and then back down to 45 degrees. Okay? Remember, palms are facing towards you in this one. Really working the pectoral muscles. Okay? So that's going to be your chest move. And then our other move is going to be for the core. Okay? I'm going to go sideways to show this to you. Most of us have done a Sphinx pose in yoga. So you're going to start with Sphinx and go from Sphinx to plank, and this is how we do it. We're on our elbows in our Sphinx pose. Toes are uncurled, pressing the feet into the mat, elbows right beneath the shoulders, okay? Now, you're going to curl your toes under. Use only the strength of your core to lift into a plank, gazing down. Then you'll drop down slowly, uncurl your toes, look up. Make sure you're keeping your chest open, shoulders rolled back. Curl the toes under, look down, plank, back down you go. Uncurl the toes, Sphinx. Very important here, core. You're working your core. So only the core is engaging as you lift up and lower down, lift up and lower down. Make it all right in this, right here, right in your core, okay? So let's go ahead and move on. I say the word okay a lot, I just noticed this. So I'll work on that. Okay, I just said it again. We're gonna move on, we're on a set of weights. You probably can do a heavier set for chest. Chest tends to be a little stronger, but just use what you've got. Hopefully you're all having fun, I know I am. And here we go. Okay, so we have this little introduction, I said okay again. We're gonna move into our chest. Okay, remember 45 degrees, palms are facing you. And make sure you come to that squeeze at the top. Working hard, you don't have to follow the beat of the music. But I do want you to pause at the top as you bring those weights together so you feel those pec muscles working, active here. Press your lower back into your mat. You got this. Work that chest. Good. Okay, now move into your Sphinx pose. Okay? Uncurl your toes to start. Open your chest. Now curl your toes under, lift. chin on your mat. You might feel a little sore tomorrow from this one. Very small move. Hands by your side. Lift up your feet. Heels are together. Okay? Heels are together. Now lift up and down. Up and down. It's a very small move. Very small move. Chin stays on the mat. Just use the muscles in your glutes. The second move is going to be a cardio. Kind of boot camp style. Run in place. When I say hit the deck, you're going to come down, either walk or jump back to plank, jump forward like a frog, and then up you go. And then back to quick feet. So just listen for me to say hit the deck. You can either jump back or walk back, right? So first one, laying down, chin on the mat, hands at your side, heels together, keep your chin down. Now it's a small lift. Use the muscles in your glutes, create that lift. You do want to create a little space between your legs and the mat. You got this, keep that flex in your feet. Use those glutes, lift, lift, lift. Exhale every time you lift. Good. All right, now we're done hit the deck. All right, so we're going to be up here. When I say hit the deck, it's going to be at different intervals. You'll come down, jump back, come forward, kind of like a burpee. Hit the deck, down, back, jump forward, jump up. Okay, now you don't have to jump at all. Hit the deck. Fast feet, hit the deck. Hit the deck. Hit the deck one more time. Woo! Next round I'll show you low impact, right? So let's come back down. Hands on your sides. Heels together, flex your feet. Lift up. Every time you exhale, lift it up. Squeeze those glutes. You won't be able to lift very high. That's okay. As long as you're feeling in those muscles, you're doing it right.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, back to hit the deck. I'm going to show you low impact this time, but if you're doing high impact, keep it up, okay? You're almost done with this workout. Get that energy up. Right, you got this. All right, fast feet, fast feet. You can march. Hit the deck. Step back, step up, and come up. Okay, you can march. Hit the deck. This is low impact. Hit the deck. Hit the deck. Okay, good job. Let's go ahead and come back down again. Hands at your sides, heels together. After this, we're doing flow number 3. Here we go. After flow 3, we just have block 7, and then a special dance, and then we're out of here. We'll do some cool down, some breath. You're almost there. See that finish line.
3, 2, 1.
Good. All right, back up to hit the deck. I'm going to go back to high impact this time, but keep in mind you can do low impact. Right, listen to your body. Here we go, fast feet. Hit the deck. You can also skip that jump again if you want. Hit the deck. Hit the deck. Hit the deck.
3, 2, 1.
Did you guys ever see Monsters Incorporated? Monsters Inc. Disney reminds me of like Scary Feet. Scary Feet. Did you see that? I've got kids. I can't help making Disney references. Right, up we go. All right, use those glute muscles. Up you go. Squeeze. Give it all you got. All right, we got one more. Hit the deck. Right there, we move on to flow number 3. Back to our yoga. All right, come on, give it everything you got. Get down, heart rate up, heart rate up, heart rate up. Come on. Put that energy back. Hit the deck. It's kind of like a burpee, but I don't want to say burpee. It's kind of a bad word. Hit the deck. Up we go. Hit the deck right away. Come on. Up. Hit the deck. One more time. Hit the deck. Woo. Okay. Let's grab some water. Take a little break here. We're going to move on to flow number balancing, leg work, core work. Don't forget that back leg, okay? When that leg is lifted, imagine you're pushing into that back wall with your foot. So you're flexing your foot, you're keeping that lift in the leg. Use the root of the leg to maintain that lift. Right, really think about that. You are so focused in flow number 3 that your mind cannot wander. Be in the postures, Okay, breathe, 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 breathe. And let's go ahead and come into our downward facing dog. We're going to start with the right leg. We're going to bend the knee and flex the foot. Not yet. This is probably the happiest song ever made. Let's lift up that leg. Right leg. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Open that hip. Now step all the way through. Inhale, warrior 1. As you exhale, open up into strong warrior 2. Moving into our triangle. Straighten the front knee. Send your hips back. Reach forward. And take your triangle. Please don't block your knee. Little micro bend in the knee. As you exhale, bring the hand behind your back. As you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, reach over, press into your back foot. Now, let's drop that left hand down, bump up your back foot, lift up the right arm. Exhale it behind your back. Now take an inhale, reach up. Come into airplane wings, so I'm going to make this a little louder. Now lift up that left leg, whoop, coming into your airplane pose. Strong core, lifting to that back leg. Bring those hands to your heart. Choose joy. Let's lift up that back leg, standing split. All right, now right hand stays on the mat. Moving into half move. Flex your back foot. Lift up that top arm. Open up your body to the side. Whoop. Now let's slowly come back into airplane. Airplane wings. Yes, you got this. Now bring those hands into heart center. This time your left hand comes down. Right arm comes up. Lift up your back leg. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Step back. Take your flow. You can skip your flow right into a down dog or child's pose if you wish. Let's do the other side. Lifting up that left leg. Bend knee, flex the foot, open up that hip. Now step all the way through. Rise up, warrior 1. As you exhale, wide open into that strong warrior 2. Now straighten your front knee, send your hips back. Reach forward, flip your palms. Take your triangle. Slight bend in that front knee, please. Exhale that top arm behind your back. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach over. Press into that back foot, stretch. Now bring that right hand down. Thumb your back foot up. Left hand lifts. Wrap it behind your back. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale back to airplane wings. Balancing on your left leg, lift up your right leg, airplane. Bring those hands to your heart. Let it move you. Bring both hands down, standing splits. Use the strength of the hamstrings and glutes. Get that joy down in your heart. Let's take that left hand, keep it down on your mat. Lifting and opening up into half move. Now look at your mat. Slowly rotate back to airplane. Take your time here. Now tighten up your core. Re-engage that back leg. Find that lift. Bring those hands to heart center. Press back with your standing leg. Bring that right hand down. Left arm lifts. For 3, 2, 1. Both hands down. Take your flow. Woo! We are almost done here, guys. Open up your heart. Downward facing dog. Are you feeling good? We have one more block left. Okay, block number 7, and then we do our cool down. I'm feeling good. You guys feeling good? All right, good. I'm gonna pause this and then preview for you our last 2 moves. 2 more moves. And grab some water. Grab some water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. I just put electrolytes in my water too. So if you have any electrolyte powders or Gatorade or something like that, we not only do lose water, but we lose lots of minerals, salt, things like that. So electrolytes are always good to have in your water. Okay, our first move is going to be a rocking bicep. We're going to be on our knees. Now, anytime we do weight moves on our knees, we are forcing our core to engage. So this is a way of just tricking the body into making sure we're staying strong right here anytime you're on your knees. So even if you're doing workouts at home, whenever you're doing any kind of work, your shoulder, your back, your triceps, if you can do them on your knees, you're just going to get a little extra core work in there as well. So that's what we're doing here. And we're going to join that with a rocking movement. So I'm going to use probably my medium weights here. Okay, you're going to start with your palms facing forward. Knees are about hip distance apart. You can have your toes curled under or you can have your feet flat. Now, as you bring those hands in towards your shoulders, into a bicep curl, you're gonna come back and then come forward. So we're getting some work in our hip flexors, our quads, core, and biceps. Come back and forward. If this doesn't feel good on your knees or your legs, please stand up and do bicep curls. You're still gonna be working those biceps, so you're good to go. Remember, exhale, inhale. The second move is going to be, this is a crouching rear delt raise. So feet are about hip distance apart. You're gonna stay in this crouch position the whole time. Palms are facing inward. Start like this, feeling really strong through those legs. Try to draw those hips back. Now you bring the arms up and down, up and down. The part of your back you're working is right up here. So make sure that the move is initiated through that upper back and you're bringing your arms to 45 degrees. If you don't want to be in that crouch position, you can stand up, have a slight bend in the knees, and just do this. You're still working those back muscles. We just like to add a little extra if we can, but those are always optional. So let's start with those rocking bicep curls, and we are good to go. You ready for this, guys? This is it. You got this. All right, remember, the heart is what makes it great. Heart is what makes it great. You are all great. You are amazing. Remind yourself right now, you're almost done with this workout. Yes, you got this. Exhale, inhale. Use the core, use the legs, use those biceps, full body here. Keep breathing. You don't have to go to the music. Do it at your pace. Work hard, work hard. Yes, one more. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna come into crouching. I'm gonna stick with these weights. You can always change them up. Lighter or heavier, come into that crouch. Palms facing you. Throw those hips back. Now, don't look up at the screen. You wanna keep the top of your head even with your tailbone. So you're looking just ahead of your mat. One long straight line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Use those back muscles. Create that lift and initiate the move from your back. Feeling strong. Good. All right. Back to those rocking bicep curls. The heart is what makes it great. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Do this because you love your body. Celebrate what your body can do this morning. Do you realize how strong and powerful you are? Do you realize all the things in your life that you've been able to achieve? All the hard times you've gotten through? All the people you've helped along the way? Such a celebration right now. Yes, feel good. Woo. Okay. We're getting there. Our last block, you guys, it's our last block. We're almost done with the work, and it's going to be time to celebrate. All right, here we go. Can you come down a little lower with those hips? Can you feel the power in your legs? Remember, don't look up. One long line, top of the head down to the tailbone. Keep going. Feeling strong through those legs. Feel those back muscles working. Down we go. Okay, back to those rocking curls. Rocking bicep curls, excuse me. You can have the toes curled under or you can have your feet sliding in that. You choose. All right. We're on the home stretch, guys. Big time. We made it this far. Don't give up now. Keep it going. You got this. So proud of you all. So happy you all decided to join me today. Yes. Woo. Exhaling to bring it up. Use those biceps. Feeling stronger. One more. Okay, stand up. Crouching down. Okay, we're gonna have one more set of biceps and one more set of these after this one. Here we go. Can you feel how strong you are? Can you lower your hips down a little bit more? Feel the power in your legs. The weight in your heels. Yes, strong for that back. Feel that lift. One more. All right. Okay, this is our last time with biceps. So really contract at the top of the move. Tighten up that core. You should be breaking a sweat here. Now, if you have a heater at home, a little space heater, next time you do this workout, go into a small room if you can, turn on that heater, and you'll get even more workout. That's how we do it here at Sumits. Heated yoga. We do this class heated about 102 degrees maybe. So give that a try if you can at home. Okay, nice. Stand back up. This is our last one. What have you got left? What have you got? Come on, put your all. Show what you're made of here. Show what you're made of. What can you do here? How can you give it your all so that when we reach that finish And we're going to move on to our down. Okay, if you can, let's sit into a cross-legged position called Sukhasana in yoga. Do you know why it's called Sukhasana? It means sweet pose. Sukha, sweet. This is sweet pose. So this is just our chance to savor the sweetness of this moment, to be fully present, and let's just get into our breath. The breath is the best way to restore our body. I've read that the mind craves stillness while the body craves movement. So now we've done a lot of movement. Let's give ourselves some stillness. Inhaling up. Stillness through the mind as we start to calm it down. Start to become present, thinking about your breath. As you inhale, reaching up. And as you exhale, bringing the hands back to heart center. Pausing about your head, being grateful. Let's drop the left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. My name is Joni. Again, I'm so happy that you came this morning. I love it. I love what I do. I love this studio. I love all my students. I really do. It's such a joy to be a part of this community. And down we go. And again, other side. Beautiful job. Now let's keep the right leg forward and the left leg back. So you're about parallel to the front of your mat. It's called deer pose. Start to tilt your body toward the front leg and then walk yourself down. Feel a stretch through the hip. Maybe you come all the way down, maybe just to the forearms. Let it go. Twist. You have two options here. One is to take that back leg and just swing it forward, keeping the front leg bent. The other is you can straighten out that front leg. So choose what works for you. Either way, you're going to take your left hand behind you as you inhale, lift up the right arm. Use your inhale, reach up. Now your spine is straight. As you exhale, come into your twist, but keep your spine straight. So it's like a spiral staircase. You're just twirling around the spine. Start to look behind you. The spine is straight, twisting through that center body. Keep breathing. Take an inhale, reach up with the right arm. Exhale it back down. And let's switch sides. This time we're going to take that left knee in the front so that the legs are about parallel to the front of your mat. Start to tilt your body toward that front knee and then allow yourself to fold down. Breathe deeply here, feeling a stretch through the hips. Does that feel good? Now slowly coming back up again. We're going to move into that twist. Again, you have options. Taking that back leg, swinging it over, or you can keep that bottom leg straight. Okay, so bend or straight. Now you'll take your right hand behind you. Take an inhale, lift all the way up. As you exhale, move into that beautiful twist, looking behind you. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale it down. Now we're going to come back to that Sukhasana. So legs are crossed. Take an inhale up. As you exhale, fold forward. We're just stretching out through the hips. This is another great one you can do at home, watching TV, hanging out with your kids, just stretching out through those hips. As you inhale, reach up. Now switch the cross of your legs. So whichever was in front goes in back, and then come down. Now they say in yoga that we store a lot of negativity in our hips, a lot of our fears, regrets, resentment. So the more we can stretch out through those hips, the more we start to feel released, both physically and emotionally. So take some time to stretch through those hips. And slowly help yourself up. Bring your arms up and over. Hands to heart center. One little shoulder stretch on each side. And then bring those arms up. And hands to heart center. All right, let's pause that. I want to thank you so much for joining me today for our Sumits Yoga Kansas City Sculpt class. My name is Joni, and I hope you're all out there safe and well and healthy. And can't wait to see you back in the studio again. May God bless you and your families and keep you safe. Namaste.